and we have feedback. So since I just want to make sure that the feedback is not coming, and then we go on with the live. I know that we have some who are coming in. I want to welcome you. You are most welcome, brother Pastor Babiton. Please introduce yourself very quickly because we are going out of time and we want to make sure that we're in time. So just introduce yourself, brother Prince. Come in.
Thanks for the
Okay,
invitation.
okay, you're most welcome. Most welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Who is the next person? Brother Joshua, are you there? Brother Joshua.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good day, sir. Good day, everyone. Um, it's nice to be here today. Ambassador Prince Joshua Adedegari, the Nigerian Ambassador, Community Engagement Coordinator. Thank you very much, sir.
I want to observe say
Can you hear me?
say some intervention. One of the side, I don't know where it comes from. Let me see here. It is uh, now. It's kind of but close all the speakers. Yeah, so again, want to say I want to apologize for any kind of interruption right now. I'm just going to
Pastor, sorry for interjecting. Pastor Abatokwe, can you mute your mic? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
somebody else.
All right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let us mute our mic and see when somebody talking so that we can see where the reflection coming from. I want to say welcome to the community engagement, and again, it's a very important time here at the community engagement level. I speak in terms of where we are and with the advocacy and where we are going here into uh, where our whole platform is all about. Because in our world today, we have a lot going on, and we have people who might not understand how people live together in peace, and how do we actually advocate for the next person or who are silent, who don't have, who are speechless. If you go back and check in the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, and it found that we should open our mouth for the destitute and speak for those who are speechless. And this platform, with the ambassador back in Nigeria and all the guys who probably are up there, our board members, I want to say welcome to Dr. Shirley and all of us who are part of this great platform, Partnership Forum. Partnership Forum is not about religious group. It's not just about a judge group of people who are racial or discriminative. No, it's about everybody being inclusive. How do we use our voice for the people who are marginalized in our society? And how do we come out with suggestions and working together to change the situation in our communities, in our churches, in our malls, wherever we find ourselves? So we want to thank you and thank you for coming. I just want to say, open up to brother Joshua. What is your thing today?
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I couldn't get what you said. Can you
I
repeat
say
yourself, sir?
what do you think, today, today's topic, and what are we talking about, uh, as an ambassador back there? What do you think are some of our responsibility where we are? What can we do in order to make a better change in our society?
Okay, sorry, sir. Before we proceed, can we give the opportunity to others to introduce themselves?
Yeah, yes. I want to see. I'm not seeing them. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, are you
I
not seeing?
see.
Are you not seeing them?
Yeah,
Are
I
you not
see
seeing them
Mrs.
with your?
Yeah, I see Mrs. Ayo. I see her, but she mute. And she's not. Yeah, I put her on the screen. But she's not. I'm not seeing her in the picture. She's not. She's not on the picture. So she can say she can
Okay.
talk, but I can see her picture. Okay, I see the other guy. Is it Abo? Yeah, I see. I see. Okay, Mrs. Are you there?
Yeah. Yes, I'm there, sir. Good
Oh,
evening,
okay,
sir.
okay. Yeah, okay, okay. I can see that you're here, but only your camera is down. Oh, okay. I see this other person. Okay, so let me know if you're ready. I'll just open up and you can speak. Introduce yourself and let's talk about it. Oh,
Amoyeyemi Adu. Amoyeyemi Akosede Adu, sir.
okay. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So we want to say again, it is this platform is about. It's not about politics. It's not about religious probably discrimination. Somebody line is on. Can you mute your line? Somebody line. Everybody mute. Let's see. Okay, so it's all about not about politics. It's all about not about religious probably sentiment. It's about bringing everybody together to make sure that we meet our communities needs, and the people that we speak to, the people that we speak for. We speak for them not just because we want to be part of an organization, but we speak for them because it is our responsibility. And so welcome, Mrs. You are most welcome, and we want to say this is an open platform, and everybody's voice is very important, especially women voice, and we like to see more women get involved because at that level we are, we are at the level of being taking position and not giving all to just the political people, and at the end of the day, all of us suffer. Okay. And so at the community engagement level, we speak in terms of speaking for everyone. Everybody's inclusive, and not just probably the few that don't have the voice. We might not have the voice, but we are able to speak for somebody who actually don't have the voice. So at the level here today, we just want to make sure that those of us who want to get involved and talking about Nigeria, there's a platform, and we are giving the second Thursday of every month told the platform with the ambassador to make sure that we raise awareness and let people understand their rights and responsibility at the community engagement level. Partnership Forum believe rights and responsibility, not just right. Because people have rights, but they don't know their responsibility. Okay, so today we want to welcome again Brother Joshua and Pastor and our sister here. We're going to be looking up to the next person coming in. We open to discuss and let's discuss the real issue. Welcome. Make sure you are mute. Yeah.
am not oblivious of the fact that we have network challenges in our respective areas. But we hope that we'll have a better coverage and transmission tonight, even as we deliberate on this very salient topic. Yeah, we are here discussing it's a community engagement global mission, a civil society that enlightens and tutors people about their rights and their responsibilities. And at the moment, just like the CEO said, we are commencing a partnership forum for Nigeria. By the grace of God, we shall be holding the program every second Thursday of every month. So we are today discussing the the topic titled From Awareness Through Advocacy to Action. Then building a rights conscious Nigeria. As we are aware, the only person who is not a Nigerian in our midst is our CEO, Reverend Jarvis. The rest of us are Nigerians. We are pretty aware of what is going on in Nigeria as a country. Of course, there are lots of NGOs, there are a lot of civil societies who are silent, who are not doing anything. But community engagement level, at the community engagement global mission level, we are resilient, and we have decided to take the bull by the horn such that other organizations will see us as a very good example for them to follow. Just like the Reverend Jarvis said, it is not enough for one to know his right, but it's very important for such persons to know his responsibilities. So a lot of people know their rights sometimes, but taking action, going into action and carrying out their responsibility is a very serious problem. And of course, we have people, individuals, who do not equally know what their rights are. So community engagement global mission has been staged, has been set up and established by God to be able to advocate for people's rights, advocate for the voiceless, speak for the voiceless, and ensure that the voice of the voiceless is heard through this very sinusoid that will be seen, and people will be aware about it. So we are here tonight, today, to discuss this very important subject, looking at the problem Nigeria is facing, and by extension, if we look at other countries as well, we will realize that there is a need for us to advocate for people's rights, because there are problems, multifarious challenges being faced by the citizens of different countries, even apart from Nigeria. So there is a need for NGOs, civil society organizations, to rise up to the challenge, and so by so doing, we would be able to maximize the opportunity God has given us, because voice is very important. By the time we raise our voice, especially for the voiceless, we fight for our rights, we advocate for them, and then we ensure their rights are being delivered to them. It would afford us a very sane society, a society that is that is filled with progress, peace, equality, and transparency. Good governance will be upheld, and everyone will be fine. So at this point, I would like to rest my case for now, as I hand over to Reverend Jarvis, who would marshal us through the process of the deliberation. Thank you, sir. Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Were you yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
were you able to hear all I said?
yeah. I got everything. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
okay, okay. Right,
yeah,
right.
like prospective advisors and those of us who might be considered into this great global society, it's not just about, many society fail, many civil society fail only because we depended on ground, we depended on other people, we depended on government, we depend. So we did most of them or most of us fail because we of them we could not make it. So we came nobody will hear our voice. We stopped doing what we're supposed to do because no money. We can't do it because government don't want us to do it. So our platform is about attracting not only investors, attracting people to this platform, so that they can understand what it means to be civil society. Civil society, I like the church. We have the church pastor will be saying something while other people are dying in the bush. Why other people's life is being taken? Pastors who supposed to be talking, they're not going to talk because sometime as a last, sometime money go in their pocket. They forget about the real issue. So to advocate, to open our mouth, it's not about politics. It's about our responsibility. And so we can't be running around and then at the end of the day, of our feet is the way. So we just open our mouth and talk about it, come together to solve a simple problem. Today we want to also welcome the pastor. Pastor, you're welcome. What do you think about this whole advocacy?
Thank you very much. Though I've been listening to everything, and it is not we so many things actually happen this time. There's awareness. Truly, we have awareness, and awareness is good. It is very very good because normally one thing I want to know, I want you to know is that it is just like once there is awareness, it is just like diagnosis, whereby a doctor cannot, for example, a doctor cannot treat what he has not diagnosed. Now, once a doctor diagnosed a sickness, then he knows what to do. We are always aware on social media, aware on probably Facebook, on every other things. But one thing is that we have to bridge the gap. There is a bridge that we need to. That is advocacy, and we have to take ownership of what we are doing. We must take ownership. And number one thing is that bridging between awareness and action is ownership. And ownership expresses itself through advocacy. Now, one thing is that ownership is just that sometimes they will say, I stop saying you, ownership is you stop saying they, but you start saying we. And they are not, you cannot be saying they are not doing well. What are the government doing? What are you people doing? But once it will now become, what is my role in making this better, even as a citizen? So advocacy means I use my voice, my skills, my position, and my resources to push for what is right. Now, we can see what we can actually, for example, look at, we can see the people, the panel with us today now. We have the ambassador on ground. It's just that is advocacy on our international stage. We have the prospective advisors, that is advocacy through counsel and guidance. We have chief of staff as well, probably if they are present here, that is advocacy through organization and strategy. So, and we have pastors as well and community leaders, and they advocate at the grassroots in the heart of people. So, one thing is this, we whenever looking at what this forum is actually fighting for, justice, our responsibility to know and protect rights. Now, a right conscious Nigeria starts with a right conscious citizen. Now, one thing is that, do we know our rights as a Nigerian? That's the first thing. The reason why we are facing what we are facing now is that I don't think we don't really know our rights. Do our children know their rights? Do the people in the streets, did they know their rights? Now, for example, looking at during elections, especially in Nigeria, we don't know that those people we are voting for, we are voting them in to represent us, probably at international stage or probably nationally. But the major problem is that we believe, no, we are just pushing them there, they are just there, and things. Some people will be saying their vote doesn't count and things like that. But that is not the best. We must know our right as a citizen. We should know that this voting, election, and every other things, this is our tools to speak, to talk to the government, to do what is right and every other things. So now, justice begin when ignorance ends. So our responsibility is to teach, to enlighten, and when necessary, to stand with those whose rights are being violated.
Yeah.
Now, talking about the things that this forum is actually standing for as well, our responsibility to choose is peace is what I can just define peace as our responsibility to choose dialogue. Peace is not, I say something, peace is not the absence of trouble, but peace is the presence of justice and practice of restraint. In our families, in our offices, in our politics, we need to fight. We need to choose to engage our responsibility. And our responsibility is to what? Is to bridge builders, not wall builders. But it calls for action. And that is the action we are talking about. That the
Yes.
action is
So
the
if you
most
look at the first
difficult
bit,
part to
he's
handle.
laying that
We don't want
foundation
to we
that
don't want
everyone
to
has
we don't want to stand
right
for our
to know
rights.
their rights and
We
responsibility, and
believe we
that's where
are, according to what
engagement is all about.
the CEO have
It's
said,
not just
sometimes we are waiting
well,
for
okay,
government to
let
fight for us. We are waiting for one Messiah. But one thing is, we are the Messiah. We are the Messiah. We don't need anybody to stand for us sometimes. We don't need anybody to fight for us. We don't need anybody to protest for us. For example, there was one of these journalists, Nigerian journalists. He said something. He said, "You people are waiting for people that will stand for you, that will fight for you." He said, "You cannot see." He said, "If you cannot fight for yourself, in fact, that is you in fact you will be it will take time for you."
okay, yes, as
I think there is
yes,
serious network
yes,
glitch there.
we know that there are challenges, and we know those challenges are something that we all go through
Because
on a daily
we
basis.
see so many people standing hiding under the issue of social media, shouting on social media. How are you very sure that people at the top can see you, can hear you through the medium where you are talking? So now, we for the third one I will actually talk about is this equality. I said our responsibility to create opportunity. Now, equality means everyone deserves a fair shot. As business owner, are we hiring fairly? As leaders, are we mentoring beyond our tribe and our friends? And as citizens, are we supporting the small traders, the local business, and young innovators? Awareness tells us that three things are lacking, while ownership tells us I have a part to play in restoring them. We all have a part to play in restoring things in our society, in our community, wherever we live, in our country, in everywhere we are. But the major assignment, the major thing we need to do now is action. In fact, we are getting to that. We are getting to that stage now. It is not the issue of talking, shouting, this, and that. But there is action. And I said something. I said there is three levels of action. We have the personal action. We have the individual. I mean the individual, the personal action. We have the community action, and we have the national action. Now, personal action probably to educate our one person, to mentor one probably our young ones, and we need to live with integrity as well. That is our personal action.
Yeah.
Now, for example, now living with at least living with integrity, we need even you that you want to talk. We have to what? We have to pay taxes. Do what is right at the right time. You must not do what is wrong. We need to do what is right as citizens. Now, because one thing is this, even when you are shouting, these people will point. I heard a story. I heard a story about one of these bloggers. He was actually criticizing one government like that. That the government is not good. The government is embezzling public funds, doing this, doing that, doing that, doing that. One of our governor, one of our leaders, and the man did not do anything. The man just invited him. He said, what did my administration did to you? Just come, don't worry, just come. And we need to talk. Let's talk." And then
Yeah,
he
I'm here.
invited him down to the office. Immediately when he got to the office, he ordered, though when he was going, he took a probably we call something this napep here. Then he ordered it. Then the governor, the leader, now gave him money. He gave him 250,000 naira. He said, go and settle, go and give that the rider. Once he got there, he gave the rider probably 10,000 naira or 15,000 naira out of 250,000 naira. He doesn't know that they have actually positioned. He doesn't know that it's a trap. They have positioned some camera CCTV around that place. So instantly, the governor now called the rider. He said, "How much did this guy give to you?" He said it's 25,000 naira. Even despite the fact that the rider was very happy, that no, he doesn't even know that at least he will collect 25,000.
Okay.
He said, "Come here. I gave you 250,000 naira to give to your rider. How much do you give to him?" He gave him only 25,000 naira. He said, "Now you have not gotten to the position. You are criticizing another people at the top that they are embezzling public funds. I gave you 250,000 naira to give to the rider. You gave him 25,000 naira and you kept the rest. Now, looking at that, you are trying to raise your voice or probably call for action and things like that, you yourself, you are not holding on to your integrity. That is one of those things. So if we need to call any if you want to pick up any action, then We must maintain our integrity. We must live with integrity. That is when we will be able to stand boldly to tell these people, oh, this and that. These people are watching. They are looking at you. They know what is going on. So that is personal action. We have community action as well. This is what we do with others. We partner with people because community action you cannot do it all alone. You have to call people along. You have to call people together to do it. You have to partner with them. You have to advocate with follow up. Don't just report a problem and walk away. Follow up. Ask questions. Show up to meetings.
Yeah.
That is, even the Bible says something. It said, "Do not forsake the gathering of of God's people." You must not, if you know you want to stand for people, then you must not isolate yourself. You have to mingle with people. I mean the right people, not with wrong people.
Yeah.
So then you have to mingle with people. Join, at least partner with people. The national, the national action. This is how we engage the bigger system.
Network glitch.
Yeah. I know.
We have to be politically conscious. Know who represents you. Hold them accountable. Vote and vote beyond money and anything. Ha! We have that problem here, especially in our nation here. We have the problem. We have the problem. You believe, okay, you are Igbo, let me vote for Igbo. You are from northern, you are from north, let me vote for northerners. You are south, you are from south, let me vote for southerners. Even when you know that they are not capable, you try to vote for them because you believe they are your brothers. And at the end of the day, one thing is this: if anything comes up, if anything comes up, they will never isolate you. It will actually, everyone will actually, what we need to hit out of it. That is one of those things. So we have to vote and vote right. As
Yeah.
I've said that initially. So we have to go beyond money. We have to go beyond ethnicity. So, and this secondly, we have to demand accountability. We don't know that we can hold all these governors, our leaders. We don't know we don't know that we can hold them accountable. Right, not when you vote and
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
are you hearing
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
Yes, I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Somebody, can you mute your? Okay. Yeah. Continue on in the next 5 minutes, and then we'll go to the next speaker. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Uh,
What did you say?
yeah. I say the speaker, a pastor is speaking well, and I think it's just exactly what we are saying when it comes to the partnership forum, that we got to take responsibility of what we as people from whatever country we're from, especially Nigeria. And I just try to come in, to buttress what he's saying, because that is one of the things that people will think, that when you're talking, like maybe you're a pastor, you're talking, they say, oh, the guy talking politics. And that what our society have become. So he said it, he said something that I just want to add to, that we got to take responsibility. We got to talk about what is wrong, what is right. Because if we don't talk, tomorrow, all of us will have, we say, oh, where are we now as Nigerian? The whole country has been overtaken by probably some kind of law that we don't have no boys again. And then we lose once there's no kind of law, people actually will get so discouraged. You got no place to be. You're running around other countries, and people don't want to see you. So it is now time for us to say, look, politicians, are we putting you there? And that's one of the points that I want to buttress in from. Politicians are our employees. They are our employees. We employ them. Joshua and the speaker, we implore the guys. And that's why community engagement is saying, no, we implore you. How can we suffer? We went to the battle. We suffer in the ring. So he said it, educate our people. Okay. The first pillar that we're talking about is constitutional literacy awareness. Educational literacy awareness is a foundational step is ensuring citizens understand the provision of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. That's where we are when it comes to our advocacy. It is not we're not taking anything. You're not taking anything from our side. You're saying this is what people are illiterate. Probably they need to be literate. They need to understand from that different tribe, Fulani, whatever tribe. We need to come down to that level and educate people because when it's a problem, all of us suffer. That is the first pillar that we're talking about. Decentralizing legal education, moving legal knowledge beyond the courtroom to the classroom, to the grassroots through community, paralegals, and what? Local languages, materials, leveraging technology like we are doing. Okay, using digital platform like this and social media to to demystify legal jungles and what explain citizen rights in relatable context, so everybody will know that they have some right. Okay, so again, I want to thank you, brother Pastor. That's a big deliberation, and brother Pastor, Joshua, who there the next person on board? You are welcome.
Okay, we have the prospective
Yeah, you're
advisor
welcome.
on technology, innovation and technology. That's Pastor Ebito Samson. You are
Okay,
welcome, Pastor.
yeah, yeah, okay, no, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Yes. It's got speaking. Yes.
Example of this organization, budget, budget, a Nigerian civil tech organization. Rather than simply telling Nigerians to read the budget, it takes complex, trillion naira national and subnational budgets and translate them into accessible, engaging visual information. Through such initiatives, ordinary citizens can better understand public allocation and track government spending in their community. With budget, we can check what the federal government has declared for, has put in their budget. We can check it and we can engage the government. Similarly, consider the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, the NEITI. Through its report and audit, they promote transparency in Nigeria's extractive sector by examining the management and the distribution of revenue from the industry. To a very large extent, even though we have such, government that really listens to the cries of the people, but to some extent, this is giving, it's creating some awareness to make people know, and to some extent, it's making the government to, it's putting the government on their toes. So awareness is the light that exposes what secrecy conceals.
Right.
When we, as professionals, commit ourselves to data literacy and evidence-based citizenship, we equip Nigerians with the intellectual tools required to demand accountability. That's my take. And it is only when that happens, it is with this evidence that, of course, if we look at our government, most time when the citizens are come on with facts they cannot deny, most often you see them turning around, reversing, changing whatever it is they want to do. Especially when there are data, when there are undeniable data to back up the claims. You see people, you see the government trying to change their position. So, but when we just make noise and we just want to, nothing will happen. We need to equip ourselves with necessary information, data that will help us to really create that awareness that will make people to know what is going on. And with that, we now have the second aspect, which is the advocacy. Awareness is only the flashlight. It illuminates the problem. But illumination alone does not solve it. And that's where advocacy comes in. And specifically, constructive advocacy. Constructive advocacy means sitting at the table rather than throwing stones from outside the window. It means building genuine professional relationship with policy makers and presenting credible alternatives supported by evidence. From awareness, we have gathered evidence. And now in advocacy, we sit with them. When they know that we have gotten enough evidence, they are the ones that will invite us. And when it gets to that point, we can sit down with them as policymakers and now, engage them. Like I said, I've given an example. Let me also give you an example here under advocacy. We have the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, the NESG. Over the years, the organization has provided platforms through which economists, business leaders, I don't know if you are hearing me.
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm hearing you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I was talking about Nigerian Economic Summit Group. Over the years, this organization has provided platforms through which economics, business leaders, policy makers, and other stakeholders engage on economic and development issues. Its approach demonstrates the value of research, dialogue, and evidence-based policy. Recommendations in these influencing national economic decisions. And it's been working. You see them going from state to state, engaging the powers that be, and their recommendations have been.
It's constructive. It's deliberating on the actually the first pillows about it and addressing cultural barriers, breaching the gap between statutory laws and customary practices, particularly regarding women's and children's rights. So it's a kind of broad kind of perspective to talk about uh, the wider scope about Nigeria, big country, and have two complex situation. And he's giving this kind of opinion. Yes. Um, so I think that he's coming back, but I think is just exactly what he's saying. If the voice of the people are heard and in that perspective and know, because the challenges, like he said, technology, data sharing, information sharing, which is our whole kind of plan. So we can all do it together. Nigeria is a very big country. Nigeria is shared that kind of, and that is the plan of the evil to take over, the entire West Africa. So if you know, as kind of person who understand, yes, he's back. Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. That we know, we
Okay.
know.
To just make it snappy, Nigerian in the diaspora possesses enormous professional capacity that can be channeled towards national development. We have the medical professional, engineers, architects, economists, technologists, and other experts can contribute more than criticism. I
Yeah,
think at this forum, if there's one thing this forum should do, being a forum that is not just a local organization, probably to see how to liaise with Nigerians in the diaspora. If there is a way we can collaborate with Nigerians in the diaspora with the intention of convincing them to plow back, to return back, to make investments, to come and rejig the system of this country. I'm
yeah,
sure little impact here, little there will make some changes. So they can
yeah,
produce policy paper, technical recommendation, training programs, investment proposal, and practical blueprints that help address the challenges facing the nation. This is the kind of advocacy we need.
yeah,
Identify
yeah.
the problems, understand its causes, present credible evidence, and contribute workable solutions. And I think at that point, I'll go to the last aspect here, which is action. The action. Action is the architect of integrity. Is the architect of integrity. In the corporate world, we understand that strategy without execution is merely a daydream. And Nigerians are so good at talking. We have series of meetings and engagement. We come up with policy upon policy, recommendations upon recommendation, but no action. None of this is backed up with any action. And it's a problem that is becoming not just Nigerians' problem, but African problems. African can talk. All we know what to do, all we know to do the best is talking. And it is my desire that this organization, this forum, will not join the, but we should engage, we should transcend what the norm, and ensure we are the actionable organization who are making impact. So, like I was saying,
Yes, he stayed there. He stayed there, and he raises some constructive point here, and I think at that point has to be actually very much important because it has to do with the collaborating efforts of all stakeholders in the aspects of what when it comes to engaging and not just being the platform that just say something and tomorrow, well, okay, let's just say it, and then uh, not giving the impact of where we are. So I think the brother there, I want to say, well, so I just enjoying the kind of interaction right now, and I want to say that is if you look at the first pillar of what we're discussing, is all about changing that kind of mentality that we have been involved in with practical work. This is about practical work. This is about how we let it happen instead of just sitting down and allow people to just think that okay, Jarvis and all the guys, or you guys are doing well, and just praise us, and well, we just thinking that everything is well. I think there where we are when it comes to the community engagement level, when it comes to how do we engage, when it comes to the fact that we are engaging and we are not just talking about engaging, we want to practicalize. And one of the things that he said that is against whatever we are doing as civil society in the entire world. Practice. We are not practicalizing, we are not putting it into practice. We are just saying it. And if we say something and don't put it into practice, what happens is that it's a passive. Then we talk about we are a passive minded people. And I don't think the community engagement is want to be a passive-minded organization. So again, I want to say thank you to the brother. He has a very constructive view, and that's what on the side where he said, if you listen to him, he's talking about engaging Nigerians, citizens back in the West, not just in America, but in the world globally, to go back home and invest into their nation, in the sense that not just you don't have to go to stay, but you can go to establish. Because in our African culture, we believe that, well, only the government can provide jobs. For some of the guys back home and abroad have a lot of expertise, have opportunity to connect Nigerians in different communities to some things. That's why we have the interest that they're not going to support laws that are going to marginalize others. They are going to always be in the interest of peace because they're investing into Nigeria. So that's a very constructive kind of projection, and I think we can also work towards that because we are global. We're talking about reaching every corner. So again, I want to thank. This is a very constructive discussion. It's going to be every two the second Thursday in the month, discussing about Nigeria peace and prosperity and the future of that great nation. So again, I want to welcome as we go back, the next person for the next 10 minutes, let's talk about, we have about 10 more minutes here. Let's talk about where are we, when we talk about that first pillar, mobilizing resources, talking about reaching out to those who don't understand what advocacy is all about. What you think? I go back to Pastor Babatum, Babatumi, Babatubi, okay.
Sorry, sir. There is someone here.
Okay, someone there. Okay, yeah. Okay. But
Yeah.
Brother Isaac, you there?
The only feminine here, the only woman in our midst.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
yes,
think
yes.
there's a need for us
That's
to
right.
give our audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Open. You supposed to be announcing them.
That's the, that's
you the co-
that's a
oh yeah.
prospective advisor, finance and
Okay,
investment. This is Soyemi Abosede Aduo. You have the floor,
okay.
please.
Welcome.
Mrs. Soyemi, are you there?
Okay, Simpson.
Hello, Mrs. Oye. Okay, okay. You have the floor for the next.
Okay,
Okay,
welcome.
you're welcome.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm
Good day, sir.
good day,
And
my friend.
our Nigeria ambassador, Prince Joshua Aladejare, and other speakers in the house.
You are recognized.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
thank you so much. The topic we are treating today is a call for transformation so that Nigerians, passive recipients of rights,
Yes. Yes.
it
It's
has to do, it has to do with advocacy, and it has to do with actions in order to build a right conscious Nigeria. Yeah. So no, someone cannot stand for a right he doesn't know exists. And the reason why awareness is necessary, awareness has to do with having the knowledge of your rights. There are two communities. We have formal and informal communities, such that people regard as rural and urban communities. There are people right in the rural communities who do not even, many of them do not even know that they have rights as Nigerians. The reason why advocacy is necessary, because their rights should be protected. There should be some people that will feel concerned to protect their rights. And even right in the urban areas, places we believe to be developed. There are some people that know that they have rights, but with their uh, uh, attitude, they are not putting their rights into action. Now, what are we talking about? Awareness is saying, or awareness means I know, while advocacy means I speak, and action means I do. So, talking about this awareness again, a student who doesn't know that he or she has some right to fair treatment, a student who doesn't know that he has that right to fair treatment will see injustice as being normal. So also, someone who doesn't understand constitution may mistaken, governmental favor, may mistaken constitutional right to governmental favor. And the reason why advocacy is necessary. Now, let me dig deep again about awareness. Awareness is having knowledge of what you are entitled to. Like, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, under 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, chapter sections 36, 33 to 46. That is where our rights, some of our rights are being spelled out. We have right to education. I believe some of our speakers had spoken about having literacy knowledge, and that is why quality education is needed. Education is a social right which must not be commodified. It's a social right which should be given to every child, every citizen of a nation. We have this freedom of expression, freedom to fair hearing. When an average Nigerian is passing through unpleasant situation where he needs to open up to talk, yes, infringement upon that right will make him to suffer the more. And the reason why he has to open up to speak out or have somebody to speak for him. Talking about advocacy. Through
Yes.
freedom of expression, you'll be able to have that, at least that fair hearing included. Your right must not be infringed upon to express yourself. And that is why you need to know. If you are ignorant of this, you will not know that you have that right to express yourself. So, firstly, the awareness must be made open to all to know that every citizen of a particular country has some fundamental human rights: right to life, right to right to education, right to religion, right to association, and like that, and like that. So, where the right of an individual is being infringed upon or threatened, advocacy is needed. Your voice must not be silenced. There are some people out there who, through silencing them, they are suffering what they are suffering for the crime is not committed. And the reason why, as a Nigerian or as a citizen of a particular country, your expression, freedom of expression is needed. Now, like I said, awareness has to do with knowing. No. What's the value of a citizen who knows his right but does not act? When you know your right, action will follow. So that is where the issue of advocacy has to come in. Advocacy, if advocacy has to do with, you know, speaking up, voicing out, making your voice to be heard. And the reason why I want to commend the efforts of this organization, standing up for the less privileged, people whose voice are
Yeah.
silent, people whose voice have been suppressed, people who do not have that boldness to stand to make their voice heard. So, uh, advocacy is talking about, uh, it's talking about uh, 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 speaking, making the voice or standing for the voice of the voiceless. And where the problem is, it's not even only about the oppressor, because out there are people who are ready to violate your rights, people who are ready to step on your rights, people who are even ready to hijack your rights, to turn you to nonentity, to turn you to someone who doesn't belong or who doesn't even know. And the reason why we shouldn't be indifferent, we shouldn't be indifferent observers, we should stand up, we should rise to make the voice of the voiceless to be heard. Advocacy is needed. Advocacy means to speak. Advocacy has to do with, you know, asking some difficult questions. It has to do with challenging unjust policies. It has to do with it has to do with making or standing by innocent ones, people who are not really involved in some crime, but are being apprehended unjustly. We have to stand. We have to stand to be some voice for the voiceless. And this is where action has to take place, because awareness without action becomes information, just information. And advocacy without action also becomes performance, ordinary performance. Action has to follow. So what we are saying in essence is that we need a Nigeria where awareness becomes advocacy, where advocacy becomes action, and where action becomes a culture. We shouldn't be silent over unpalatable situation of a citizen of a particular country.
Thank you.
Our rights must not be unjustly threatened or
Mm.
put upon.
Yes.
No, no, no.
No.
The
Okay.
right must be the right must be put in action if truly we are going to build a right conscious nation. A right conscious nation, if
We,
we so much desire that, we must
Thank you.
advocate, we must give the awareness, we must sensitize our people to know that they have rights. Then their rights must be put into action.
Yeah.
No one is just taking you anyhow or anytime, just like that. Like I said, a student who doesn't know that he is having that right to be treated fairly, that student who doesn't know his right will see injustice And what do I mean by injustice? Like I said, education is a social right. So for a lecturer to come into the class and send you out of the class unjustly, yes, you don't have to just take it that just like that. I know, I know. Some people they use their power anyhow. Take for example, lecturers. Lecturers have far over students, but the power must not be misused. It mustn't be misused. The fact that you're a lecturer doesn't mean that you should just sit on the right of your students, getting to the class, shouting at them, are they not human? Are they not human? You, are, you know, when a lecturer just comes into the class and you send out your students out of the classroom unjustly, you have infringed on his or her right, affecting our dignity of human,
Yeah.
or
Mm.
maybe as an employer of labor, just because you are the owner of your business, just because you are the owner of your establishment, that doesn't give you right to be treating your workers anyhow.
Mm.
Yes, they come to work 100 days, but at the same time, they have their rights. You don't
Yeah.
infringe or threaten them anyhow. They come to work for you, they come to earn their living. And the fact that you are the owner of the business doesn't say that you should just start infringing on their rights as humans. I believe
Wonderful.
that this right of the thing that we are talking about has to be in two folds. It has to be a shield and it has to be a mirror. Yes, as we are looking up unto others to give us a fair treatment, what about you as an individual? How do you are you not just lording over people that are less privileged over you? The reason why advocacy is needed. Awareness should first of all be created for people to know that they have their rights, and the rights must not just be passive. The rights must be put into action. It must become a culture. It must be exercised on daily basis. So, uh, this issue of advocacy, the people in the rural area, the people that are living in underdeveloped areas, they do not even know whether they have or they do not have. They do not even know anything about life. And there are certain things that belong to them and constitutionally belong to them. That constitutionally should be their portion. So, if you, as an advocate, if you know that this thing should be, this set of people should be treated this way, please don't try to, don't feel unconcerned. You should, or maybe you see someone, it might be your next neighbor or someone around you being treated unjustly. For there
Yeah.
to be a peaceful coexistence, nobody around you, nobody around you should be treated unjustly. There should be peace, there should be justice, and there
Mm.
should be equality.
Yeah.
That is what
Thank you.
I believe.
Yeah.
So,
Thank
and
you.
for a sustainable developmental goals to be upheld, like we believe that there should be no poverty. We believe that there should be zero hunger. We believe that there should be responsible consumption and production.
Mm.
All these ones are part of what we should enjoy as citizens of a particular country. Quality education, good health and wellness. We should enjoy all this. We should have this climatic action, not you know uh, suffering anyhow. We should enjoy our life. We should enjoy our peace. Our peace shouldn't be tampered with either by climatic error, because our government should should ensure that life is bearable, life is enjoyable for its citizenry.
Hmm.
Yes,
That's
yes.
that's
The government when it is election time, even before the election time, you will see them with posters here and there asking us to, and when it is time for election, come and see people under sun and rain, choose to vote
yeah.
people in, to vote them in. And when they get to power, when they get on board, they tend to forget who voted them into power. This shouldn't
Hmm.
be. It's part of infringement on our rights. Yes, yes. They go from house to house, campaigning, asking us about our voter card. Oh, hope you have your voter card. Hope you have this and that. And just because we want good
Okay.
governance, just because we want life to be better off, just we want life to be bearable for us, we come out en masse to vote them into power. And getting there when they are now doing otherwise, that is, hear me? Please, are you still there?
I'm hearing you. I'm
Yes,
here.
yes,
Are you
there.
still there?
I'm hearing you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
I'm
yes.
hearing you.
I
Try
said,
to round
I
off.
said, after, I said, after, yes. I said after voting them into power, people into end of affairs,
Yeah.
and they are now doing otherwise,
Hmm.
seeing education as something they can just rubbish aside. See, I learned that no nation can rise above its level of education. And the reason why people must not just be kept in the dark,
Hmm.
people must not be kept in the dark. There must be that right to education, so that you will be pleased, you will have opportunity, you will be exposed to certain things you needed to know at a particular time. Okay, you have right to move on. You have right, freedom of movement. Okay, what about if someone on the road just waylay you and begin to ask you questions, begin to disturb your peace even while on the road?
Hmm.
Yes, that is infringement on someone's right. I don't say
Yes.
you shouldn't have, as a road user, you have your vehicle on the road, and you are right in your car, you are heading to somewhere, and someone just stops you unjustly, asking you to pay this, asking you to pay that. For what, sir?
Hmm.
For what, sir?
Oh.
After showing the individual, showing the officer all your particulars, your vehicle is okay, your particulars are intact, and at the same time is now requesting, demanding, asking you to bring so amount, a person that
Hmm.
might not even know your mission. Like I've seen cases where some people are heading to hospital, maybe to meet a wife that is in labor room, and the officer will just say, stop here, stop there, stop there.
Hmm.
Someone that has to get to that hospital within a short space of time, and being waylaid for hours by officers, just
This.
Yeah, thank you.
eh,
The special advice or prospective
it's
advisor.
prospective advisor too. It's so
Okay.
deliberate, and I really don't want us to leave here tonight. It is so deliberate and more than expected. I'll be very frank with you. I'm very much impressed with this lady, this contribution. This is where we are, and I want to use this time to thank her so much, and that's what we want. We want women, especially leaders, to speak. And this organization is not just one of the I call them organization. when women speak like you, and then we feel so proud, and I want to thank brother Joshua, the ambassador, for picking and choosing it. I don't know how he collected it. I don't know how he got to know you, but I see something great because advocacy actually it's not about shutting up or being passive. You can speak. You just hold your hands. And then when something happens, everybody put their hands on their head and say, "Oh, we're told our Lord to go outside our country." So she said something really, and I want to conclude on it, and then just ask everybody for the pattern statement as we prepare for the next time in our partnership. I just don't want to go far. Those of us who are listening, we actually on the perspective here today talking about issues in Nigeria and how can we advocate, use our voices, uh, raise awareness on our platforms. And this platform is about for everybody, and I think being inclusive. I'm so proud of the guys, brother Joshua, and all of us. It's so overwhelming for us to see the level of IQ, especially the other guy, pastor, and then the other the other perspective, kind of advisor, the other pastor. All of us are saying something really that's going to be the more impressive kind of platform here every second Thursday in the month. And so I want us, beside the second Thursday in the month, you have, uh, once you are part of the platform, you can come in anytime or to lecture because we have something, we are building on something called the panelists. Okay. We're going to select people who are constructive in projecting to the world, not only Nigeria. And so that we can all use our voices. There are people up there, she said something true. They don't know their rights. Like the book I write, children, human right for children. I prayed and I reached other people to buy copies to send it for free, so that children will know their rights and responsibility. That book is not just about rights. Our cases in the world have just talked about rights. At the community engagement level, we want to say rights and responsibility. If you know that your religious law is a religious law, it's not an organic law. You don't bring it to homolize other people. If you know that this is not a right for the next generation, you don't bring it and force it on people. You see, and I want to close here today by saying to all of us, those of us who understand real civilization, nobody that understand human being, let's forget about Christianity or Muslim, whatever, but real dignity. I can't bring a law that will say because you're a lady or if you go to bed with another guy and I catch you, I will stone you to destroy your life. That is not a law. That is not. It's not humane. Another person just to say you are this person and then you destroy them. So the people who follow need to be aware. And I wrote a book called Invisible Prisoners. Invisible Prisoners. Many of us are prisoners. We don't know that we are prisoners. Can you imagine, man? So again, I want to say thank you for the time. I don't want to leave there tonight. It's so overwhelming, Brother Joshua, and the projection, especially from the lady and the other guy. I thank you guys. We have put it together, and I want us to reach all, like the one on the first, the second pillar. If we go back and read what we put up there on what we are discussing, you see on the second, the first pillar what all of us need to do. So I want to thank you. I want to go back to all of us for your parting statement. What can you say to our audience and those who will watch us in Nigeria, in the West, all over the world? Let us talk each of us for at least 2 minutes or 3 minutes before we close. Brother Joshua, from Brother Joshua.
Okay, yes, sir. I want to appreciate you and every speaker here today for the discussion. And by my summary, I want to say that the theme of tonight's discussion focuses on awareness through advocacy and transforming that into action taking. I want to say we are the middle. We are to take care of the advocacy. We are to speak out. We are to tutor and help others around us, the citizens, the religious leaders, the traditional leaders, the civil servants, the students, and everyone, every citizen of a country, every individual, every human being. We must teach them, let them know how to speak for themselves, let them know their rights and their
Mm.
responsibilities. And from the inference I can gather from what the presenters and the discussants have mentioned tonight, we have talked about the corruption, we have talked about our responsibilities to the government, our responsibilities as civil society organization representatives and partners, that we shouldn't rely on the government 100%. We have a lot of responsibilities for us to carry out, for us to make our society a place that is habitable, that would afford us, an enviable development that would change and transform our nations and transform the whole world globally. Uh, Finally, I want to appreciate every one of us for making it a point of duty to be here tonight to discuss this very important matter, especially for our country, Nigeria. And from what one of us said, it's our delight to equally, to equally work in synergy with Nigerians in diaspora to come back home. They may not settle down here, but to come and use the reinforcement of the resources and their wealth of experience, their ideas, to be able to transform Nigeria and transform African nations at large. Um, Before I keep quiet, our Chief of Staff, Mr. Oluwarotimi Isaac,
Yes.
I'm sorry you have been battling, you have been seriously battling with network imbroglio.
I know. I see him.
With the permission of my boss, Reverend Jarvis, I wouldn't want to get you totally discouraged tonight. Can we hear your voice, my Chief
Yeah.
of Staff,
Yeah.
for just
I
2 minutes?
want him to come up. Yeah. Isaac,
Okay, Mr. Isaac,
are you there? Yeah, he's still going through that. It could be a challenge.
still going through the problem. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, I can't. Probably. Okay, brother Isaac, are you there?
Mr. Isaac,
Okay, he can hear. Okay, but
okay, why?
let's
Okay,
go to, let go to the
yeah,
next question. If he coming in,
Pastor Pastor Watokwe,
yeah, I
your
leave for
parting
2 minutes.
statement.
Quick. Yeah.
Okay, okay, Mr. Isaac is talking.
Okay, okay, Isaac. Oh, okay. I think go off again. Okay, so but
Okay,
let
Pastor
come to
Watokwe,
yeah, some out of there quick. Let go quick. We have
Pastor
we
Watokwe, your
have
parting
this,
statement.
yeah, your party statement. Mrs. Oye Oyeyemi.
Mrs. Oyeyemi,
Yeah, yeah,
for just 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
yeah.
Thank you.
Just closer for 2 minutes. What do you think? Yeah, advice. Yeah,
that the Nigeria we desire will not be built merely by changing leaders, but it will be built by changing the
yes.
or
Mind.
the citizen
Yeah,
of a particular.
yeah. The mind. Yeah, yeah. Well, she's talking about the changing
Either
of the mind.
public or private,
Yeah,
should respect those rights. They should respect those rights, where society also will be ready to stand up to defend the rights of citizenry, and individual of us will not feel unconcerned. We not feel unconcerned when the rights of the next neighbor
yeah. Hmm.
is being
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's a challenge. Yeah, one of the next neighbor. actually is going to challenge about rights and responsibility. There, everybody would talk and to speak, not waiting because they are not reached or you are not affected. So I got that pattern statement was also to send that signal up there to all Nigerians, no matter what tribe you belong to, whatever group, probably opening your voice or let your voice be heard for the next person would also help probably that community. Okay, so I heard you. I know that the challenge, but let go to the next person. I know Isaac is off again. Pastor, okay, we got to be running up in the next
to
five
keep
minutes.
quiet.
Yeah,
We shouldn't just be quiet.
Okay,
We shouldn't
Pastor
just keep quiet.
Babatokwe,
We
are you
should
there?
act.
yeah, we should act. Yeah, thank you so much. And as the acting part of it, everybody's voice must be heard. It's not this platform is not about you. You're really on the panel. You're very structured partners, a panel. And I want to thank you all. Oh yeah, yeah, me, yeah, yeah, me. I want to thank you for your kind of projections. Who next? And then they will be closing quickly. So those of us out there, this is the beginning of a very constructive platform on the second Thursday of every month, and we're going to be allowing the voice of it just for our Nigeria partner in partnership with the Community Engagement Global Mission that is going to be co-chaired by the ambassador there. So we want to say thank you, Chief of Staff. We know you're going through some challenges and want to apologize if we want to use the reason why we use this platform is because this platform goes to four different platforms and it go to YouTube, it go to different platform and it's more kind of invasive. We pray that we have the technology we need for everyone who will be participating on the panel because we're going to be selecting panels. We're going to send out the application for selected panels, that is going to be from globally, and also we think this is something constructive. We want to be one for everybody's voice to be heard. And that panel will conclude actually of 12 persons who we think will be very much constructive that will meet almost every week, two, three times, and to keep the word and everywhere that we want for the message to go. So again, we want to say anyone coming up, want to say we are sorry for the inconvenience, but we want to conclude here by saying to all of us, you have said it all, and this is what this platform is all about. It is not about just, well, okay, Joshua or maybe the start. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you are you there, Isaac? Hello. Okay, I just sorry that they stay we still have problem with whoever is supposed to be coming up. But I want to say if you are not able to come up, we understand the different barriers when it comes to the technology in your area. I want to say this is just a kind of first day. I know that we're going to prepare for the next starting, and then you are able. We're going to be talking to the ambassador. There are times, anytime once you want to come in, just tell us. We're going to invite you because you are part of the platform and you can be invited anytime just to give your contribution for 10 minutes and you can leave. And this is something that we all want to let our voices be heard. So I want to thank you again. This is not a platform. Let me conclude. Like we said, I keep telling Joshua, the reason why many civil society break up is because people came for different reasons. No matter what reason you came for, the denominator factors for this whole thing to be inclusive, to let the people right be heard, their voices, okay, and then forget about all the other thing around us. God first. Yes, we have the foundation of this whole thing depending on God. No man is going to be the island because what happens? Many civil society broke up today because somebody was feeding them, and then with all that person and so that we can speak because somebody from government is feeding us. So when we speak, they say, look, if you speak like that again, we're not going to give you money. No, we not want to be part of that institution. We are an institution that want to set example. Raising awareness is one thing, or setting example or civil society that, like one of our speakers spoke, that because of brag, people were not able to speak. You can't speak against a man who continue to give you money and you know that man is doing wrong. Maybe he's want to make sure that he bring in something in your community that will be harmful. But because he's giving you money as a civil society, you fold your hands. Or community leader, you fold your hands. No, this is not an institution. No, we don't want to connect with any drug trafficking because you're giving up money. You're a drug
Ah,
trafficker. No, we don't want to
yeah.
involve in that. We are an institution that we're not perfect. No, but we are saying many of our civil society groups have failed because we either fighting one another or probably we are not coming for the good
Hmm?
intention. So I want to thank all you guys. This is a platform for everybody. But let's open our minds, educate our people, support one another, and bring the best to this table. I can tell you the truth. Any part of the world you travel through the institution, we want to build that kind of integrity where people will say, yes, I know that institution. Not that I can put my name on chopping board, but I think these are people that stand for what they stand for. That's what we are building up. We don't want to impress people. We don't want to be, oh yeah, we got too much follower following us. Not what this platform is for. We are not creating content. We are educating. We want for our community to grow. We want for people to learn. We want to change the mentality of countries, especially in Africa, that believe that we cannot do it. Like the last speaker that spoke, and even our sister. Let mobilize all Nigerians from all over the world. Let's talk about them. Let them come to their countries and invest whatever they want to do. But let us not leave and just sit on the fence. One state is being affected. Women life have been taken. Everybody fold their hands, and then the thing coming to all of us. At the end of the day, then we all not able. The last thing that we want to say is there will be no good governance with all you. You who listening to me and Nigerians, you are the employee, the employer. You're gonna employ these people, and then after you employ them, then they make you to be the slave. So we can speak all. I told my people, I said we can talk all our advocates. If we don't put good governance in office, we'll always suffer. Advocate will always advocating. Because why? Because for bad governance. But we are the people. We got the things in our hands. We got it. So we need to raise more awareness for our people to be educated, because that is what this whole platform is for. No, it's not about I want to be on this person's side, political man. No, political person. No, I'm work with political people because we got to work with government before we can achieve something. But we're not going to allow government to hold us down, because we are working to change society, because that is why civil society is formed. If government is doing well, tell the government thank you. It gave the person, encouragement. That's what this thing is not there because we are there to advocate. No. They will say, no, government, you're not doing well because you're doing well. Then we say, no, 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 no. Tell the government, tell the person, thank you. This is what I want to see in our community, but do more. Do more. Okay? Encourage them. Because that's why you put them there for. You put them there. You have the right to take them from there. It can be difficult for anybody to change election result. Nowhere. If the people know who they want, what they want to do, what they want to say. You got the power, but again, you can do it together. You cannot put bad governance, and at the end of the day, every time you put bad governance, every time you'll be crying. I don't care how long we advocate. That's why this whole awareness is for also to educate people to know their rights and responsibility. Your right is to go vote. Your responsibility is to vote a good person. That is in your interest. So rights and responsibility go together, not just right. Oh, I have my right. I'm a right to do it. Well, yes. But then look for people that is going to be in the interest, that love your country, that put Nigeria first, not religion. No, 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 no. Not religion. Anybody that put religion first, get in out and make sure you get the right person. Because religion, I cannot say I have established a Christian law that is going to bound Islam. No, no, no. No, no, no. As a Christian, no, we're not going to do it, because that is a state law. The state law is above every other law. Okay, so once you can see people who are advocating for something like that, I will tell you the truth, man. People who are listening any part of the world, don't never put those people around you. Why? Because it brings discrimination. You are discriminating against the other brothers. You are discriminating the other religion. You are telling them, no, we don't need you here. So just have your organic law, the 1999 law. Look at your law. That is the organic law. That is the only supreme law. Any other law that want to cover you is going to affect the nation, especially when it comes to human dignity. We're talking about everyone has a right. Look at the little girl. I watched. I got a frame. I sent it to my other DM. Why did they to her? Because she speak, she doesn't want to be part of anything. They're forcing her to get married to somebody who is 45 years old, and she said no. So those are laws that infringe on people's rights. So people need to be educated. That's all. And then we make sure that we love one another. And I'll tell you the truth, if everybody can understand their rights and responsibility, Nigeria will become a very great country. It's a great country already, but the enemy
Of
want to
course.
fight. The enemy want to fight. Nigeria have contributed a large troop to Liberia when Liberia in the problem. Liberia is a foundation, the first nation in the continent. But Nigeria, when Liberia had a war, Nigeria contributed large troop in our country. So the enemy know Nigeria's strength. The enemy know Nigeria's strength. So they will fight to divide. So Nigeria got to understand that technique. So that when you understand that technique, because when you are affected, you are a large population. When Nigeria is affected, other African nations will be affected. No matter how we think about it. So I want to say again, we want to say thank you for coming and thank you for your contribution. All of us have to speak, but let us not put politics into the advocacy. That means if you know you are a politician and you know you are connected to any party, I'm sorry, we're not going to accept you on the platform. Okay, you have your right to go vote, but we don't want anybody that attached to a party that will bring party sentiment. No, we want to make sure not that you can be part of the party, no, but you can be a politician coming on this platform to talk about your party. This is not political, not relations. We want to be very frank, even though we have the foundation on God principle. Okay, but this is for everybody. Thank you for coming. And I say again that you guys actually, I want to keep thanking Brother Joshua for actually making a choice to also choose somebody like the lady. I really enjoyed the projections. It was powerful. It was, there's some projection is not there to say something, but to say it with strength. Okay, I see the strength, and I see that it is something that you can do in order to change that kind of mentality of people have. So I want to thank you again for bringing in people that will have this your country at heart, and that's what this whole institution is about. It's not about just coming and saying something, and then tomorrow we are not saying it. So thank you again for following us. Again, we see
Thank you very
next
much, sir.
month. And then
Yeah.
until we see again, bless you. Have a good night. Have a good sleep until
Good
we
night.
see the next time.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.